All right, we're going to go ahead and check out a few of these. We're going to start off with the fractional exponent form and turn it into the root. So something that I just want you to keep in mind. If this said x to the 4 over 1, that would really mean x to the 4th. So the reality is the normal exponent power is to the 4th. The new term, the new idea that you guys are looking at is this idea of this fractional part, which is the denominator part. And that part there, hopefully you've just figured out, is really the cube root of it. So it's kind of the opposite of this here. The inverse would be to flip it down on the bottom. If it's down on the bottom, it is cube rooting. It's going the opposite direction. So here we've, let's see, no, I guess here, we're looking at this one here. Same type of thing. So this is our normal guy. We already have that guy. This is our new one. It's down the bottom, so it's doing the opposite of that, which is the rooting. So it is simply the square root of x to the 5th. Now, for this one here, fractions, you always want to reduce fractions. There's very few times where you don't. So the reality is that this is really equal to x to the 1/2. And so it's really just plain old x underneath, because that's just to the first power, and it's a square root. Our last one that I'm going to look at in this little section here is this one here. Again, we want to reduce first. And once we reduce, x cubed is just normal x cubed, but this one is the opposite of cubing, which is this rooting, so we've got our square rooting. Now, technically, this one could be just written like this, and this one could be just written like this, and this one could just be written like this, because if you don't have a number out here, we assume it's the square root, because you just square root a lot more than you do anything else. So again, if you don't have a number out there, you assume that it really is indeed the square root. All right, let's go the opposite direction now. Now we're giving you the root notation, and we're putting it into the fractional notation. So 7 is 7, and the cube root is the opposite of cubing something, so we put it on the bottom to indicate the inverse or the opposite of it. Same thing, x is to, well, I'm going to put it over here, x is to the 10th, just normal every day. The 5th root is the opposite of to the 5th thing, or the 5th power, and so we put it on the bottom. Now this, we reduce, and we get equal to just 2. All right, let's go ahead and look at this one here. So you have x to the 14th, normal every day. This one is on the denominator, because again, it is the opposite of to the power. It is the root. We reduce, what, 7 and 11? So we have 7 and 11 for that. All right.